Typical of the town, judging from what I've seen so far of the architecture here. An antique shop, but not the one I'm looking for.
Müller's? Oh, straight ahead, Fraulein. You can't miss it.
Müller und Söhne. Mother and son. This must be the place. I thought as much. So, Hans was here in Vaghen after all. That hallmark on that sphere proves it. Wonder what that automaton was used for. I have to get a closer look. Well, that is if someone lets me in. Inventory day. Ring 3 times for urgent matters.
You rang?
Yes. Sorry to bother you. Hello. I mean, guten Tag. Herr Müller?
Guten Tag, Fräulein. I am stock-taking, if you will.
Oh, sorry to disturb you, but if you don't mind, I'd like to show you a painting.
A painting?
Yes, of someone I'm looking for. A girl who apparently looked like me.
Well, I'm rather busy. But all right. Show me.
You see? It has the name of your shop on it.
Yes, the label certainly comes from here. It's very old, though.
It's the only clue I have as to the whereabouts of the girl.
I see.
My guess is, whoever owned the painting must have been a client of the shop before the painting was stolen by the Brown Shadow during the Second World War.
That's all very possible. That was when the shop sold materials for artists. As you can see, we don't sell that type of article anymore. Do you mind if I take a look?
Be my guest. How could the case have come from your shop?
Going by the date, the painting must have been done in my grandfather's day. Back then, the shop sold materials for art, and this type of case would have been used to protect a painting. Or to carry documents, a manuscript, or even sheet music. Apart from that, there's not much else I can tell you.
Do you know anything about the artist?
Well, I'd say the style is close to the naturalist school, which makes sense given the date on it. The signature is very faint. From what I can make of it... No, the name doesn't ring a bell. Sorry, Fraulein.
I've been told I look like the model in the painting. A slight exaggeration, no doubt. But is there any chance that you know who she could have been?
There's no exaggeration, Fraulein. Indeed, she does look like you. But I'm sorry, I've never seen her before.
Pity. You were my last hope.
I can tell you where it was painted, though, if it's any help.
Oh?
Yes, I'm certain. That's the refuge at the Silberspiegel. You can make out the mountain circus in the background. It overlooks Vaghen and leads to the Swiss border.
Right.
You can get there by the tramway. Just head southeast and get off at the end of the line.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Mind you, there's quite a hike from the station to the refuge.
Oh, I'll manage.
Anything else, Fräulein?
Actually, there is. I noticed an object in your window there. A strange metal sphere which might work with an automaton mechanical heart I have.
Yes, it's an authentic Vorarlberg.
Do you mind if I try it?
No, not at all. Let me get it for you. Here you go.
Thanks. It moved. Maybe it can be opened. Looks like there's something underneath its scales. Hans's logo. A Vorarlberg key. A Vorarlberg lock.
Fascinating.
Oscar? Oscar, can you hear me?
Hello, Kate Walker.
Oscar, I'm so glad you're back among the living.
Delighted to see you too, Kate Walker. But I seem to have an internal management issue. This host body's instincts seem to be at odds with me, and...
Oscar, is everything all right? Oscar? Oscar, come back!
Oh dear, I can't control myself. Help, please, Kate Walker, help me.
Oscar, where are you going?
I can't help it, Kate Walker. It's taking me away.
Oscar! Wait! Come back!
I am out of control, Kate Walker. Help!
Hey, what the... That thing is crazy! That thing is crazy!
Oscar! Have you seen an automaton? Like a small animal.
Oh, I sure did. The little bugger just rushed inside this coffer.
Well, do you have the key?
Oh, I have plenty on my stall. Please feel free to find the right one, and then get the hell out of here with that pet of yours.
Hang on, Oscar. Just stay where you are, okay?
That shouldn't be a problem given the situation, Kate Walker. But please hurry. This host body's instincts are fighting me for control.
That one could be as good as any. This is the one. There you... Oscar! No! Don't! Oscar! Don't move! There you are!
My apologies, Kate Walker, but it seems I am unable to take over this body's instincts. It won't budge.
Hang in there, Oscar. I'll find something to force it out. I mean, you out. Whatever. You know what I mean. No, I can't use that. Hey, wait a second.
Kate Walker, what are you...
Sorry, Oscar. It's all I could come up with. You need to fight it, Oscar.
Help!
Fight it, Oscar.
But I can't!
You can do it, Oscar. I know you can. He's trapped in a dead end. I got him now. Oscar, what are you doing?
I am unable to control the beast's infernal instinct. Help me, Kate Walker.
Okay, calm down. Good boy. Nice and easy. That a boy. Who wants a treat? If you come now, I'll give you a treat. Come here now. That's enough. You come back here right now. Oscar! Oscar, don't! Oscar! No, not again. Not Oscar. Oh, darn it, why do I have to lose everyone I love?
What the hell is my broom doing here?
So, couldn't you catch it?
No, sorry. I lost your Vorarlberg sphere.
Oh, forget it. Nobody wanted it anyway. And it was taking up window space. Automatons don't fascinate people like they used to. I imagine you're the only one who will notice it's gone.
It's a terrible loss indeed. More than I could say. But thanks for all your help anyway.
You are very welcome. Good day to you, Fraulein.
Thank you, Herr Müller. I'm off to the mountain refuge you told me about. Good day. Come on, Kate. Herr Müller gave you all the pieces of information you needed. And Oscar must be long gone now. Better move on to the tram.
The damn thing is on the loose, huh? Well, good riddance.
Not exactly welcoming. I'd better find a way to the refuge. Ah, how nice. Thanks, but no thanks. No one here. Hardly surprising. Herr Müller was right. It's quite a walk to the refuge. Well, I guess the sooner I head out, the sooner I get there. Bit too close to the edge, if you ask me. I should find a safer spot. Wow, what a fantastic view. I should try and find a better spot to admire it from. That is stunning. Oh, man. I guess that's the refuge, way over there. Oh well, better get going. If what I read about the region is true, Switzerland should be nearby, on the other side of those mountains. I better be careful here. Too many fallen trees and wobbly rocks for my liking. What the hell was that? Looks like all sorts of wild animals live in these mountains. Hiking tips? Thanks, but I think I'm starting to get the hang of it. Well, that was one heck of a walk. Oh, come on. A ladder now? Okay, let's just do this. Pretty sure there must be another way. Oh. Finally. Oh. That must provide energy to the refuge. I've seen that before. That must be it. Now I should try to find a matching point somewhere. Beautiful sky in either case, but that's not enough.
Just what I was looking for. Perfect.
Those sharp peaks, they look exactly the same. No matching points here. I should try something else. That's not specific enough to draw any solid conclusions. That rock wall, it can't be a coincidence. Wow, hardly changed at all.
Breathtaking, isn't it, Fräulein?
Beautiful.
It is called the Silberspiegel, our local pride.
Judging from my painting, it wasn't that different 60 years ago. Ma'am, is everything all right?
Yes. It's just that you look very much like the person in the picture, Fräulein.
So, you do know her then, don't you?
Can't say I don't, but it was a very long time ago.
Actually, I've come a very long way to find out about her. I would really like to know who she is, or was. It's very important to me, you see?
And why is that, Fräulein?
You said so yourself. We look very much alike, right?
I see. By the way, what is your name?
Oh, Walker. Kate Walker.
I am Lenny Renner.
Nice to meet you, Frau Lenny.
Demoiselle, my dear. My legs never did manage to get me to church in time.
Oh. Demoiselle Lenny.
Well, Fräulein Walker, 1937, you say? Ah, that was before the war, when I could still run like the fawn wind. Father was the manager in those days. It was one summer evening that the whole story of your painting began. I remember it like it was yesterday. A group of scientists were staying at the refuge to prepare for an expedition to some faraway place in the east. They were being trained by a local alpinist who was to guide them. His name was Leon Kubatis. Oh, handsome as a Greek god he was. And an Olympic champion, no less. Very popular with the ladies. And he was lovely to me. Would give me a wink and a smile whenever I served him his beer. "Thank you, Demoiselle Lenny," he would say. In French, if you please. Made me feel like a proper little madam. But then Frau Junta would always shoo me away.
Frau Junta?
Must have been in her mid-20s. But of course, to me, she was an old hag, past it. And I didn't like the way she bossed my Leon around with that camera of hers. The refuge was buzzing. Everyone was jolly, and the scientists were there, debating as usual about this and that. A cheerful bunch, really, despite their disputes. Except, that is, for one, Frank Hoss was his name. Preferred his own company. Though I could see, even with my young eyes, he was devious as the devil.
But what about the girl in the picture?
Well, she was there that evening too. She had come to work through the summer. Her name was Dana Roze. Ah, she was as cute as a button and well-mannered with it. Even father was sweet as a lamb to her.
Take care of the scientist drinks, then go around taking orders. And have a look at the stove while you're at it.
Yes, Herr Gustav.
Will you be alright now, Dana? It's the first busy night since you started, so just ask if there's anything you need to know. Alright, my lovely?
Thank you, Herr Gustav, but it looks pretty straightforward. I'll be fine.
That's the girl. Off you trot then, my lovely. Keep smiling, and you'll have them carrying your tray for you.
I need to serve those drinks to the scientists. The keg's empty. I need to change it. That should be it. Let's serve these gentlemen now.
No, we'll have to go higher, I'm telling you.
But my point is that it's highly improbable that any primate will be able to survive so high up, let alone thrive.
And if they were thriving, we wouldn't be looking for them, would we? I say they've taken to the higher ground, and they only come down to steal livestock and game. Look out, chaps.
Gentlemen, your drinks?
Ah, good on you, lassie. Horst, make yourself useful and pass these around. First day, is it? Better make a wish then.
All right, I will. I wish you would tell me what all those maps are for.
Ah, that I can grant you. They show all the different locations of an expedition we're planning.
I see you haven't come just for the view then.
Oh no, Fraulein. We're only here for the beer and a pretty smile. That's our trainer out there. Supposed to knock this scraggly lot into shape for the big climb in Baltayar.
Right. And what's that one of, if you don't mind me asking?
That is Baltayar, a remote region in the mountains of northern China. That's where I'll be leading my team in a couple of weeks.
And what's this expedition for?
Well, keep it to yourself, but the code name is Origin. And if I have my way, it will likely change the way we perceive humanity.
And what about you, gentlemen?
Well, let me introduce you to my dream team. Horst Sauer, talented anthropologist and frequent but worthy pain in the ass your mother. Rudolf Jäger, distinguished ethnologist. And last but not least, Albert Bauer,
Paleontologist.
And yourself?
Reinhard Berger, biologist.
As Herr Berger says, we're here to train for the Origin expedition.
In return for funding for our own projects back home.
And for the love of science, eh, Horst?
Oh yes, of course, Herr Berger. I'm sure none of us would be here otherwise, would we?
And what about you, my lovely?
Oh, I'm Dana. I'm working here during the holidays, that's all. I'm curious to know what this Origin expedition is all about, though. If it's not top secret, that is.
Put it this way, Fraulein Dana. If and when we discover what we're looking for, you will no doubt remember this conversation as your claim to fame. You will tell your grandchildren that you served the Origin team, the team that discovered none other than the missing link of the superior race of humans, the Australopithecus habilis, the direct ancestor of Homo sapiens. Or, more vulgarly put, the abominable snowman.
Oh, I see. Now I get why it's called Origin.
Whatever we find, whatever we call it, it's likely to send shockwaves all through the world of anthropology. It will help us to explain how we evolved from Australopithecus to modern man, and then became...
He's off again. Get him started on anthropology and he's like a bolted horse. I don't think Fraulein Dana wants you to clobber her with your explanations, Horst.
I might only be a waitress, but actually I find it quite interesting.
Well, Fräulein, the Origin expedition could lead us to a totally new series of studies, or even reveal a new mode of tribal organization, or a micro-society, by the discovery of a specimen that may well have played a major role in the evolution of modern man.
Come, gentlemen, here's to the Brown Shadow for generously sponsoring this expedition, which is sure to redefine our understanding of mankind.
Oh, I see we're fraternizing with the personnel, gentlemen.
Just giving a toast to our generous sponsor, Herr Hurst.
May I remind you that this mission
financed by my party is confidential? Do you know what that means, Dr. Berger?
Yes, Herr Hers.
It means, gentlemen, it is strictly forbidden to communicate any details or objectives to anyone outside our circle, let alone to the first waitress to come by twinkling her eyelashes. Fraulein, as soon as you're done here, I suggest you get back to your chores.
What a brute.
That is one of the inconveniences of working with a heavily politicized private sponsor. But he's just doing his job. And I suppose, like anything else in life, there has to be some compromise to get what one desires. So, think nothing of it, Fraulein. It is the way of science. Indeed, it is the way of the world.
I suppose it is the way of the world, Herr Berger. Thank you, gentlemen, for telling me about your expedition. But I must get back to work. I need to add more wood in the fire. It's not enough. I need to feed the fire more. That should be it for the fire. But I think there's something wrong with the airflow. This mechanism controls the air intake, if I remember correctly. Looks all good to me. Better try another one. Impossible. No. That one is loose. That's it. I'm done here. Those paintings. I think Herr Gustav wanted me to help him choose the one he should buy. He must have left me a note somewhere. I should take a closer look at those paintings before choosing one. I think I'll pick this one.
No, we can do better.
Another creation of Herr Gustav. I guess he won't mind if I take a quick look. The Silberspiegel, the heart-shaped rock face that gave its name to the refuge. According to Herr Gustav, only the most seasoned alpinists can climb it.
There, like that. Try not to move now, darling.
Lenny?
Crikey, you nearly had me jump out of my skin.
What have you got there?
Oh, it's a camera lens, that's all.
A camera lens. Doesn't belong to you though, does it, Lenny? Lenny?
Didn't say it did. It's Frau Junter's, if you want to know.
Who is this Frau Junter anyway?
Ginger Junter, over there.
She married?
Oh no, too old to marry now. She's way past 20, you know. That's why she likes filming Leon, because he's young and handsome.
Lenny?
And she never lets me have a go of her gear anyway. I only wanted to help her film something. I bet she's jealous.
Whether she's jealous or not, you still shouldn't go playing with things that don't belong to you, Lenny, especially if you've been told not to.
You're not my mother, so there. And if you tell on me, I'll tell my father to get rid of you.
Oh, is that so, little Colonel?
It sure is, soldier.
God, can this place get any worse?
Leon, dear, do make an effort.
Better not interrupt them. That Frau Junter wasn't exactly friendly earlier with Lenny. I've done all that Herr Gustav told me to do. I'd better go and tell him.
All right.
Fine. No more orders and everyone's served.
That's the go. You handled your first foray pretty well, Dana, my girl, stepping away as you did from anything to do with the brown shadow. Keep it up, and we'll all be all right. Hey, Dana?
But what if he...
Just do as you did, and we'll be all right. You played him like a fiddle, Dana. Well done. Especially as I didn't even have to spell out how to go about it. You're a natural. So keep it up, my lovely, and you'll be opening doors at the flick of an eyelash. So, young lady, you're still off to the academy in the fall, are you not? What you waiting for, then? Get back to your practicing, and play us a nice tune while you're at it.
All right then, I will. Thank you, Herr Gustav.
Play something melodious this time. It'll make a nice change from the military pieces some of the patrons have been requesting of late.
Looking forward to hearing it.
Well, Herr Gustav did a pretty good job repairing that key I broke yesterday.
Leon, what are you doing? I want to catch the light.
Oh, gosh, I hope I haven't...
Bravo! Bravo! Bravo!
Bravo. Bravo.
Clap! How can you clap? Oh, so you like noise, do you? Do you? Well, you should be ashamed! Ashamed, I say! To applaud the music of of a treacherous Polish separatist! Rebel-rousing! It's this kind of rebel-rousing that puts the poison of Marxist Vaghen ideology in the minds of honest people! And those who partake in its vulgarization are accessories to treason!
You are drunk, Herr Hoss.
Out of my way, boy!
Come, Fräulein. Best clear off until the dust settles.
You should have seen me then, Fräulein Walker. I was so young and eager to witness whatever could happen between Dana and Leon. I needed to know, to be included, one way or another. He had it coming.
Oh, Lenny, why don't you leave the piano to those who actually know how to play it, huh?
A blasted fight. That's all I need. Lenny, don't! Give them some space, would you? Go up to your room, Lenny.
So that's the painting pretty Dana thinks Father should buy from Leon. I would have picked the other one. I'm so glad I started this collection of photos. When I grow up, I'll travel all around the world and photograph everywhere I go. When I'm old, the wall will be covered with them. Honestly, Junta is not that good. I'm sure I could do better if only I could practice a bit.
You all right? Yeah, I thought so.
It's just that if I had retaliated, I would have lost my job, you know? Believe me, I came this close to not being able to pay for my studies at the academy after the holidays.
Forget it. He was blind drunk. Won't even remember it come tomorrow. All Gustav could see it wasn't your fault. Besides, you didn't see him after your performance. Ecstatic he was.
There are more and more people like that brute. They don't even bother to hide their hatred anymore. It's like they've been given a mission, or perhaps I should say permission, to abuse people like me, as if Vaghens had suddenly become the scourge of society. And we're powerless to act because if we did, we'd lose our home, my parents, They've become a bundle of nerves. They can't sleep at night. Only last week, our shop window got smashed again, and our neighbors, they couldn't care less, and neither could the authorities. What's wrong? Did my rant frighten you?
Well, yes. Yes, it did. I mean, not you, Fraulein, but what you said about the fascists. You've put my own suspicions into words, Fraulein. Because what you say about the Brown Shadow is true, and that's what worries me. I used to think they were just a bunch of cranks in their ridiculous uniforms. But now I can see these lunatics really are serious. Deadly serious.
But you did know who was behind the Origin expedition.
Never gave it much thought, to be honest. Only met Huss and the scientists today. For me, they were no different from any other group I've trained. If I'd have known that, I'd have had second thoughts. Actually, do you know what?
What?
I'm going to stop training them.
Can you do that?
It's still a free country, right? So after a few weeks' notice, I'll be off the hook. At least, I get to spend the summer here with you. Painting.
But I don't paint.
No, you play. I paint. It's my passion. And you can be my muse.
Is that what you say to all the girls?
No. Never.
Hello, you two lovebirds. Everyone's going to bed, so you better come back inside or you'll catch cold, or worse.
And that's how Dana pipped everyone at the post. It only took one look for Leon to fall head over heels in love with her. And it didn't take much for Dana to fall for him. Love at first sight, you might say. The whole band stayed at the chalet all summer long. Then, I suppose, everyone went their own sweet way.
Did you ever see any of them again?
Oh, no.
What about Dana and Leon?
They too went their own ways, I guess. And that, Fräulein Walker, is all there is to it.
Do you know if she's still alive?
Can't be sure, but I doubt it. It was a lifetime ago, Fräulein Walker.
Where do you think she might be if she were?
No idea. Things went from bad to worse after that summer. Not to mention half the town was razed during the war.
Did Dana leave anything here? Any documents or anything that might help me find where she went?
Not that I know of. But I suppose there might be in Father's old coffer. Must still be in the loft. Junta bought it from him that summer, so she could use it to store her precious filming gear. She was supposed to come back for it, but she never did. If there is anything that can help you, it will be in there. So feel free to look around the refuge by yourself if you like, even though I don't think anyone managed to open the coffer since Junta left.
Thank you, Demoiselle Lenny. Thank you so much. That must be the piano Dana played on the night she met Leon. The night Lenny told me about. Lenny's father must have made this stair lift to help her get up and down the stairs. Must have taken him many hours. It's touching when you think about it.
Ah, I see I'm not the only one stuck here. Pull up a seat and together we can moan about being stuck here.
Thank you, but I have things to do.
I hope you can stay until this evening at least. In London they have the changing of the guard. Here we get the changing of the colors. I guarantee it's worth the wait. English?
American, actually.
Oh, seeing as you've come so far, then. Besides, it's always nicer to be stranded in good company. From Belgium, myself, on a world climbing tour.
Stranded?
Didn't you know? They've closed the Teufelskragen. That's the path they call the Devil's Pass.
So that's what all the fuss is about.
All down to climate change.
You mean the thaw, right?
Made the path too dangerous to climb and apparently resulted in a morbid discovery.
Oh?
Bodies of resistance fighters, killed while leading refugees to Switzerland. Frozen solid.
Resistance fighters? You mean frozen since the Second World War?
That's what the paper says.
Is that what the tent's for?
It's a temporary chapel of rest that the rescue team made while waiting for the bodies to be airlifted out.
I see. I guess there's no reason to disrespect the departed, even after all these years.
I only hope all this sudden interest from excavationists puts an end to the stupid rumors that a strange creature haunts the Silberspiegel. Otherwise, you can be sure as soon as the old lady pops her clogs, this place will become run over by those infernal tourists.
Can you tell me about this Devil's Pass?
Oh, it's on the far side of the cirque, looking out from the terrace. As you can imagine, it's called Devil's Pass because it's extremely dangerous. Most of all because of the risk of avalanche. Only seasoned alpinists can negotiate it, really. As a professional alpinist myself, what I love about it is knowing I'm climbing in the tracks of courageous climbers of bygone times. There's a real sense of history about it. For example, resistance fighters used it during the war to smuggle Vagherans and other victims of the Brown Shadow into Switzerland.
I've had some experience with fantastic fauna myself. But what do you make of the so-called strange creature that roams the mountain?
Just another local fairy tale to pull in the tourists, if you ask me. They say it lives in prehistoric caves. And that it's responsible for people going missing. Ooh. Some even say that the mysterious cries you can hear on some nights are the creature calling for a mate. In other words, the usual twaddle you normally get in remote or uncharted places like the high mountain or the deep sea. Twaddle passed down from generation to generation, through sheer ignorance.
Surely, from what I read on the way here, the cries could come from an animal native to the area, couldn't they?
That is my thinking exactly. No doubt a bear with something caught in his throat. It happens, you know. Probably scared a tourist one evening, or... maybe it was young pranksters.
What about those frozen bodies they discovered at the foot of Devil's Pass?
Well, due to climate change, the snow line has receded, revealing the bodies trapped in the ice since the Second World War. Most probably resistance fighters and exiles, trying to flee the fascist occupiers and reach Switzerland by the pass. I imagine they got caught in an avalanche. Poor wretches have been imprisoned ever since. Until today. That is why the authorities have blocked access to the pass, so they can take the bodies out, identify them, and give them a proper burial.
Right. Thanks for cluing me in. Anyway, I better get back to what I was doing.
You are welcome, Fräulein.